So welcome back to We Talk Boxing, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the blockbuster fight which is taking place at Madison Square Garden on Friday the 11th in New York, and that sees a trilogy between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you've already subscribed, thank you. Please hit the like button to help us grow this channel even more, and please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd like to hear your suggestions in regards to videos that I do, in regards to my analysis, or who I believe is going to win in terms of my predictions as well. But yeah, let us help grow this channel even further. So, getting into this fight then, it's a fight which kind of went under the radar until the latter couple of weeks really here in the UK, and it sees the pair meet for the third time after their two blockbuster fights between them. Now, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, again, are two legends in women's boxing, and I know I don't do many women's boxing videos on this channel, but this is a fight, and fights I should say, that I have covered previously between the pair, and because they've lived up to the hype and the drama, I felt as if the trilogy deserves a video. And I know it's quite late getting this one out, but these are my thoughts in regards to it. Now, for those that are new to the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano shenanigans, then I'll quickly break down both fighters in terms of their records and their latter couple of fights. Now, Katie Taylor, currently 39 years of age, 5'5", according to BoxRec, 6'6" reach. She's Irish, but she fights out of Connecticut as well, and she's ranked the #1 in her division. And again, most consider her to be one of the GOATs of women's boxing as well. Now, she started her professional career back in 2016, and her record consists of 24 wins with 6 KOs on her record, 1 loss currently. Now, that loss, came back in 2023 against Chantel Cameron. And I did watch that fight, and I did do a video regarding that fight, and it was a one-sided beatdown from my point of view, and Katie Taylor just didn't look the same, and I gave her no hope in the return in their rematch, which she beat Chantel Cameron on a majority decision victory as well, which I felt was a little bit harsh, because I could have probably can't remember, would have given it the opposite way. But she's been in some close fights recently, and yes, you could probably say the Serrano and the Chantel Cameron fights were closer than what they were, but again, she's 39 years of age, so she is getting on now. But Katie Taylor is potentially, obviously, the biggest, or one of the biggest names in women's boxing, and their first fight lived up to it, and it was a split decision victory for Katie Taylor at the time. And again, for me, was the fight of the year at the time. And in their second bout, which took place last year, November to be precise, was again for me fight of the year. But that saw a unanimous decision this time, victory for Katie Taylor. Now, in terms of Amanda Serrano, again, another legend in the game. She's 5'5.5" and 65.5" reach according to BoxRec. She is Puerto Rican, and she fights out of her country as well. Ranked in her division as the best super light. And she started her career back in 2009, so a lot longer she's been a professional than Katie Taylor. But her record is, again, crazy. She's had 47 wins on her record, and 31 of those have come by KO. She's sustained 3 losses, one really early in her career. I can't remember the girl's name. I'm just on BoxRec now, so I'll have a look. It came to Frida Wahlberg. She sustained a draw very early in her career as well. Ella Nunes as well. So that's her record. So 47 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Now, 2 of her 3 losses have come both to Katie Taylor. But since the loss against Katie Taylor back in 2024, she hasn't fought since. So this is her first fight back. And I believe as well, I'm just going to double check, it's Katie's first fight back. Yeah, it is. It's Katie's first fight. So both fighters have been out of the ring the same amount of time. So ring rust shouldn't really be an issue for both. Well, it will be an issue for both, but it's not a major factor because they're both in the same boat. Now, I've been watching a couple of the press conferences this week, and both fighters seem very, very confident. Obviously, Amanda Serrano jokingly saying, she needs to watch out for the headbutts. And obviously, Katie Taylor saying that, it's the records that count, basically. She did get the victories, and even though Serrano's team feel that it should be the opposite way around, she should have won, Serrano, but she didn't. The records are always going to state that Katie Taylor won both fights. There's also talk about a potential fourth fight if Serrano is to win, and immediately Serrano shut that down. She said she just wants to have this fight and that's it. She doesn't want to see Katie again in the ring. But yeah, for me, I feel that this is going to be a very, 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 very close fight, similar to the first two. I am quite reserved in regards to who I thought won the first and second fight. I felt that Serrano should have at least got one of those victories, definitely. But Serrano is a hazard for herself because she allowed Katie back into the fight when she was clearly winning, from my point of view. But I see this being... I've not seen Katie this motivated for a long, long time. And she's very, very confident. And I believe that that confidence has come from the Chantel Cameron win. Because she beat Chantel Cameron, and Chantel Cameron's very, very big. She's very big for the weight. That's given her confidence, especially how she lost the first time to Cameron as well. And no one gave her a hope that she was going to win that rematch. So I've not seen Katie like this. So I'm going to go with a Katie Taylor points victory. Now, for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Serrano wins, because Serrano's a very, very good fighter. But what Serrano needs to do, if she's winning the fight, quite clearly, she needs to somehow keep Katie off her to continue winning the latter rounds, or at least nick one or two of the latter rounds to make that victory your victory, because I felt that she let that slip in the first two fights, sort of thing. But I also believe as well that for me, Serrano's potentially got the power to stop or really, really hurt Katie's head, because she's done it in the first two fights. So I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the stoppage. So yeah, it's going to be a tremendous fight, a fight that I'm very, very anticipatingly waiting to watch because of the first two fights. And I probably will set my alarm and get up really early in the morning to watch it, because I am that excited about the fight. But the card, I won't get up to watch that because, yes, there's some other decent fighters fighting on the card, but they don't excite me like this fight excites me, if you know what I'm trying to say. But some of the other names on the card, you've got Ellie Scottney, she's fighting. She's defending, well, she's either challenging or defending her belts. I don't know. Alicia Baumgard is fighting as well. Her opponent's meant to be decent, by the way, but I don't know too much about her. The return, is Savannah Marshall as well. She comes back into boxing after having some fights in UFC. And Chantel Cameron's on the card as well, so she's going to be fighting Jessica Camera as well. And Ramala Ali, she's on there as well. So there's some decent names on there, but not decent enough for me to actually get up a lot earlier to watch these fights, because they'll probably put me to sleep, to be fair. I'm not dissing any of these fighters, but it's the main event which has got my interest. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with my prediction? Do you believe that Katie Taylor's going to win on points? Or do you feel that Serrano's going to actually take this victory this time? She's going to snatch it away from Katie? And are you excited for any of the other fights on the undercard? I'm not, but you guys can let me know in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe and comment. Bless.